Hello, everyone.
Hey, I'm Garrett.
And I'm Carolyn.
And we're Diary of a Family.
And we're living life intentionally. And I'm going to move this mic here because it was almost hitting my face.
So we have some very, very special guest with us today.
We have a very special guest with us. This is Kyle Brady. He's from Drivin and Vibin. He's one of the two, the duo. I am kind of a little sad that we still don't get to meet Olivia because Garrett and I have met this gentleman when we were in Alabama. What was that? When was that? June?
Yeah, it was like June in El Papi in...
So Kyle, how are you doing tonight?
What's up? Doing well. I thank you so much for having me. Olivia made sure the first thing I said was to apologize she couldn't come because at the RV park we have awful internet.
Yeah.
So I had to drive to the Dollar General where I'm sitting in the parking lot. And Olivia's back home with Nora. They send their best, but this is the second time we've hooked up now, and no Olivia has been in sight.
That's okay.
So.
At some point we will get to meet her, and now we'll get to meet baby Nora too. Because she wasn't born when we met you in June. When was she born
That's
exactly?
Right. 1 month ago on August 13th. So
wow.
Oh, such a
it's been a busy month.
I can imagine. We've definitely been there, haven't we, Garrett? Three different times.
3 different times.
Doesn't get easier at any of those times.
It does.
It can. It can get easier. All right. Well, Kyle, tell us a little bit about yourselves. Go ahead and fill in for Olivia where she's not here.
Sure. So Olivia and I, more or less, raised here in South Alabama, and in 2000, and I think it was 15, we hit the road full time in our 85 fiber stream, and then we've been on the road ever since. But the last year and a half, while we've still been living in both the fiber stream and now the Airstream, it's been more of a stationary RV life because we had to renovate that dang Airstream.
Yeah. And it took you a long time.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
How long in total?
It took us 18 months total, or about really honestly 17 months, yeah. But either way, it was at least double the time we anticipated it would take, and definitely so much more physical effort. You know, I knew it was going to be hard, but this was exhausting. It wore us down on every front. So
I am
very challenging.
Sure it did. I mean, I've seen some of those videos, and I felt your tiredness and we really want this project done sort of towards the end.
Yes.
You were getting too tired.
Some people commented that the comments would be something like, you guys look so tired in the video. And I'm like, this video I had energy in. You should see me when I'm back at home.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, we have Grassroots Living joining us, and Tina Burns is also on, and X Marks the Spot.
Awesome.
Some of our faves.
Yeah.
Welcome, D fam.
Very cool.
We have this wonderful special guest, so join in. If you have questions, feel free to type them in, and we'll have Kyle answer those for you. Well, tell us a little bit about your new addition.
Yeah, so Nora, she came out into the physical world, like I said, a month ago, and it's just been, this is our first kid to have. We're first-time parents, so the learning curve is huge, and we are getting rest. Like, the beauty of our life is that we don't have to go into work. Yeah. So we are together all the time, and that has really helped, both be able to do our fair share. But I had, Olivia is obviously, Olivia is breastfeeding Nora and exclusively right now. So obviously that's like the biggest part of it all.
Every 2 to 3 hours.
And exactly. So I'm really Olivia's slave is my job, and whatever she needs, I have to do, and I do it gladly because she's the one putting in a lot of the hours now.
Yeah.
But other than that, it is so much fun. It is so much more rewarding than I ever anticipated it was going to be, even though I thought it was going to be awesome to begin with. And it makes us look back on our life just a few months ago and be like, we were just screwing around. This is like the real deal. This
Yeah.
is the fun stuff, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So even though we loved our life before kids and exploring, there is definitely this new purpose that we found.
Yes.
And it's been a joy to find.
Yes.
Oh my goodness, babies, they just, oh, they're just so wonderful and squishy and lovely, and yet they scream and cry.
I know.
And I think if they didn't smell so nice and
Yeah.
cuddle so nice, it would be a lot harder than it is. Well,
Oh, and just so easy to pinch.
I
and
know,
kiss,
I
you
know. You just want to eat them up. Well, Tina Burns wanted us to tell you that Roger's there as well. You know them as Never Too Late to RV. So they are on.
Oh, very
and-
cool. What's up, y'all?
Yeah, they're on, and
I'm trying not to I'm looking over here where my computer is so I can see some of the comments, but I'm
Awesome.
trying to stay focused on the camera.
Grassroots Living said, so cute. We put up a little bit of a montage of Nora and her beautiful baby face. And
Oh,
she's
cool.
like, I want to kiss her face. So, Grassroots Living also said, the reno was painful to watch in a way, but we appreciate you taking us with you through the process.
Yeah, well, thank
X
you.
marks the spot.
We thought it was going to be we thought the videos were going to be like fun and like educational, and while they were good to create, towards the end it just was like, oh my gosh, everything's just going to be a time lapse because I don't
Yes.
have the energy to like film actual things,
Right,
you know?
right. But it was educational to all those people out there who want to, reno their schoolie and that kind of thing. They're going to
Yeah.
have second thoughts or be like, no, I think we can do
Yes.
this. I think we can actually
Please
do it.
have second thoughts. This is the deal right now. Our fiber stream has been sitting in Olivia's backyard for the last 3 months with no love whatsoever.
Oh.
Before I was like, I'm gonna sell that fiber stream for like $5,000, make a little profit
Yeah.
off of it. And now, without any living in it or any AC running through it, it's like just deteriorating. I'm like, please, someone just take it for $1,000. I don't even want to think about it or put one more ounce of renovation into anything.
Right, exactly.
So do you have it listed for sale right now?
It's not listed for sale. In all honesty, I would hate to sell it to an RV community member because I don't have faith in it right
Okay.
now. You know,
Yeah.
I honestly want to give it to someone or sell to someone locally, have them redo it, and then let them shoulder all the responsibility for the status of
Yeah.
it. That's not a burden I want to bear.
Yeah.
X marks the spot, and these are our great friends that live here in Texas, Richard and Hope, and they say, I want Kyle to tell about the rocker that Olivia was in for their video today.
Oh, yes. You know what? That rocker was given to us by one of our campground neighbors.
Aww.
And it's actually a super cool chair that is like it's like a hammock mixed with just a regular camping chair.
That's really cool.
And it's actually super comfortable. Yeah, and it's great to rock Nora in, but it's just great to sit in. I mean, I like it just like in place of a camping chair.
Yeah.
I wish I knew what it was called, but pretty cool.
Very cool. Let's see, Vic Nashiba, I think I said your name
Yeah,
right.
Vic.
Joining us for the first time. Hello.
Vic is a vibe driver.
Nice. Welcome to the D Fam. We're just hanging out here with one of our favorites.
Yep.
I mean, seriously, this is like fantastic, and we really want to spend some time with you guys on the road at some point.
Yeah.
Because this is okay, but face to face is so much
Yeah.
better.
Yes.
Teachers on Adventures joined as well. They've been a new DFAM members. Hello, hello. And they are, of course, teachers. So are you guys planning to, continue full time and homeschool Nora, or what's the thinking?
It's a conversation that we like to explore right now because it is so far off.
Yeah.
We can just theorize about
You've got
it.
time.
And honestly, yeah. So our plan is to hit the road probably in December. No, probably in January. More from extended travels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, obviously that's just learning how to travel with a baby at that
Yeah.
point. But our longer term goal is to head out west, be in Colorado, possibly have a home base and our RV.
Yeah.
And we would like to, balance is our big thing. So we would like Nora to have the homeschool experience. And while we're not like huge on the public school system, I think there are a lot of valuable lessons to have about like learning the boundaries of society and learning how to socialize with other kids,
Right.
Yeah.
So maybe, we don't know. We're going to start out homeschooling and then go from there.
Yeah.
That's really a good plan, I think, because the younger years are obviously the easier years to begin that homeschool journey. And then, whatever works best for you and Nora and your lifestyle at that point, and just really what's best for her. And that's where it comes down to. And you have to figure out, and every year is going to be a little bit different, and your needs are going to be different too.
Yeah.
So. Well,
totally.
Lots of us have gone before, so when it comes time, reach out to those who've done it, and that's the best way to do it.
Yeah.
Get your questions answered, and
we have such a wealth of knowledge to go look up to as far as family travel. That's something that we have no experience with, and we've already sought inspiration on YouTube for that.
Yes. All right, Garrett, you want to ask one of our other questions here as I'm looking at our comments.
we've kind of gone into a little bit about what you guys are currently in. For the people that are just joining us, can you kind of give them a little more information about like the rig that you're in and kind of what you're pulling it with?
Yeah. So our Airstream is a 1979 Airstream Argosy. The last year they made the Airstream Argosies. And if you aren't familiar with what an Argosy is, it's kind of like the poor man's Airstream. It is manufactured by Airstream, but they only put their name really small on the side of it.
Okay.
And they kind of used, I wouldn't say scrap aluminum, but they've used like defected aluminum as far as not polished and stuff like that. And they painted it. So it's still made of aluminum with steel end caps. And then Airstream also experimented a lot with the Argosy. Okay. It was the first Airstream that they ever put front wraparound windows on. Our model has plexiglass side windows. That's a lot of the things that they tried with the Argosy, like the steel end caps as well, didn't make the cut to the real Airstream. Okay. But that's kind of like the idea behind the Argosy, and our Argosy is 1 foot narrower than a regular Airstream, so it's about 7 feet, I think it is. Again, I wish I had that extra foot right now. And we're pulling it with this beautiful 2012 GMC Sierra. It's just a half ton. Okay. But, and we haven't really put it to the test yet. Yeah. But I can tell you that those new axles we have on the Airstream, and they have shock absorbers on each wheel. Nice. It just floats down the road like a cloud compared to the Fiberstream even. The Fiberstream just got shaken around down the road.
Well, you guys took it to some really remote areas too, where I can imagine it was very bumpy getting in. Well,
on our last trip out to the California in the Fiberstream, when we went this last January, the rear tire mount that I welded on had to be pulled off because it was falling off. No. The gray water pipe fell off. It was dragging down the interstate. So, it's seen better days.
I can tell that's why you're not really wanting to sell it off to a Vibe Triber. You just want to...
Oh, my gosh.
Well, you put it through its paces, and it's been a good little rig for as long as you were in it. So
the sad part about that is that the one thing I'm pulling out of it is the composting toilet, because that thing cost $1,000.
Yes.
And I'm like, I know I can sell this composting toilet for $500, and it'll be a sweet deal to someone.
Yes.
And that's like it's the most expensive thing we've ever had in the Fiberstream.
Oh my goodness. So I think Vic had to leave, but he said new dad beaming with happiness. So Grassroots Living is saying we're currently in Arizona. Are you guys going to be around these parts soon?
We would love to. Our really plan is to go to the Tampa Super Show. That's, I guess, in January. So we'll spend some time in Florida. I don't know how much, but honestly, we have doctor's appointments like every 3 months with our newborn, and we don't really know how that rhythm's going to go yet, or if we'll be able to make those doctor appointments elsewhere, or have a sit-in doctor out west.
Right.
My goal is to be out west. That's where Olivia and I both want to be.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I would love to be in Arizona. I don't know when it's going to happen, but I really hope it happens sooner than later.
Well, Shalane from Grassroots Living said if you come out down to Quartzsite, I call dibs on babysitting.
Yeah, well, you know what? We'll be happy to have some babysitters.
She's wonderful. I would leave my kids with her in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
Blue Wave Odyssey, we did see you pop on. Welcome. They're another D-fammer who's a little bit newer. X marks the spot. Waved to them. Hi, Blue Wave. I love it. There's a lot of chat back and forth between Blue Wave and the other members here. I'm trying to get through to see if there's any questions.
So far, I'm not seeing any.
No other questions at this point. So how about we go on to this point?
Yeah.
Garrett, why didn't you ask Kyle?
So let's
about
get
this?
into music.
Yes.
All right.
You guys have a Drivin and Vibin is also kind of a band, right? Or how would you consider yourself?
I guess it is. I just find it as one more avenue of content creation,
Yes, yeah.
but it is a band, I guess, So you could call it that.
You guys released an album called Among the Giants. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so we wrote and recorded that album. I think it was in 2017, and Among the Giants, that's the title track of the album, and so that was inspired by the redwood forest, and most of the songs are just like our RV travel experiences put into song form.
Yeah.
We just that first year on the road, there was so much inspiration to pull from.
Yes.
Olivia and I had never even really been to a national park. We might have been to like the Smoky Mountains, and nothing against the Smoky Mountains, but it's pine trees and things we're used to seeing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
When we went out west and we saw canyons and saw like huge mountains and huge deserts and wide open spaces, that first really even just like 3 months on the road, minds were being blown every week.
Yeah.
So after we kind of finally got to digest that material in our brain, we were like, now let's kind of put this into a different creative form.
Yes.
And that's how really the whole album, just the inspiration behind it.
Yeah.
Well, we have definitely enjoyed it. So thank you so much
Yes.
for giving that to
Thank you.
us. Where can our viewers purchase your album?
You know what? I don't know where they can necessarily purchase it. I guess it's on Amazon, but it's on all the streaming services.
Okay.
So you can stream it, on Spotify. You can stream it on YouTube. I think iTunes is only streaming now or something like that, or they're closing their store, but it's available on all the streaming places.
Okay,
So,
great.
Nice.
and if they want to buy a physical copy, maybe Amazon or a digital copy, Amazon might be a
Or
place
just
to do
catch
that.
you live.
Catch you
Yeah,
at
and
a live
I was
show.
so
That's how we got
glad,
ours.
Well, it's always awesome to see the Vibe Tribe out at the show, and especially you guys were sitting, you were like kind of tucked in the middle, and whenever I'm getting to a gig and I look at the crowd, sometimes I can think these people might be RVers, but they're not giving me any real signs. They have a camera at the table that gives me a little hint, but it's always fun to figure it out as time goes on. So I always appreciate people leaving a little mystery for the first set.
Yes, the first set, always a mystery, right?
We know, like, when you're arriving for a gig, you have to set up.
Yeah,
and
we
you have
didn't
a whole
wanna
bunch
bother.
We didn't want to, set you behind on that, getting everything going.
I never mind. I always love meeting anyone, and anyone can always bug me whenever they want to out and about. So, but I do appreciate that. But hey, it's just a gig. I'm always happy to hang out.
I think a lot of people who watch you, I mean, we've actually discussed our favorite YouTube channels on these live interviews with different people, and they're like, oh, I love these people and I love that show, and we've talked about how you and Olivia just seem so I don't know, just real.
Yeah.
And it's not like you're trying to put on a show for anybody. You're not trying to be something that you're not when you're filming and putting out content. And so I think a lot of our viewers are of the same opinion that that's what they want to see. So we appreciate
well,
that.
thank you.
Yeah.
But anyway, everybody's getting really excited about music here on the feed. Tina Burns wants to know, how's River?
River, she's doing great. You know, River really loves Nora. And she does like the sweetest little subtle things, like lays her head right by her feet. You know, she knows she can't lick her, but she tries to get so close and like maybe sneak a lick of the foot, you know. So River's just super sweet, and it's fun to watch him. But I look forward to the day where we can let River love on the baby a little bit more.
Yeah.
But,
Right.
you know.
Yeah, when she's a little older.
Facial kisses just are a little too much right now.
All those germs. But you know,
Exactly.
babies who grow up with dogs, I've heard, have stronger immune systems. So.
Well, hey, good to hear.
Well, music. Let's see. Drivin and Vibin. Let's see. Blue Wave. I'm gonna try to figure out what this means. Drivin and Vibin.
I think he was referring to having to re-weld the
bearing
bearings on the
with
wheel.
X marks the spot. Saw Garrett. Oh yeah, he was singing and playing guitar. I posted on Facebook, I think it was.
Yep.
We had some fun pulling out the guitar. It had been quite a long time, and I said, Garrett, get your guitar out. The kids need to see you playing the guitar.
Yeah.
Blue Wave Odyssey says they just drove the Avenue of Giants. So they must have heard your song.
That's awesome.
X marks the spot. Love the live show at Nomad Fest. Yeah, they were there. So
that was so much fun. That was a blast. Nomad Fest was one of the more fun, like rally style events that we've been to, and I wish we could do something like that again. You know? It was very cool.
We have to. We totally have to do that because Garrett and I weren't able to go, and it was so funny.
We had tickets for this year.
The week of Nomad Fest, like everybody went dead on social media, and no more YouTube videos put out, and we were all like, "Come on!" And then we started seeing a few live videos popping up, and we're like, "Quick, catch it!" Because everybody was busy, everybody was enjoying Nomad Fest, and we were.
Well, and let's not forget that the internet out there was not ideal.
It probably wasn't good. Let's see. Grassroots Living. Can we use parts and pieces of music from Among the Giants on our own YouTube videos if we cite the source or leave a link?
This is a very funny topic because we go through a publishing company. It's called CD Baby. Like a lot of independent artists go through that. But they act as like an official publishing company that protects your songs. Yeah. So whenever we even use our own songs on YouTube, we get flagged as like we're using other people's music, content. Yeah. So yeah, YouTube won't let us monetize videos where we use our own songs. I've tried to go through the verification process to be like, no, this is our song. It matches our name. I got like, they're like, no, that's not correct. You know, if you can counter that again, but if you lose, you're going to get a strike against your channel. I'm like, there's no way.
It's just not worth it.
Yeah. You can definitely use anything you want to on Among the Giants, but you're not going to be able to monetize it. I'm not convinced I've seen any profits from it being on my own YouTube videos, but so we don't use our songs on our YouTube video just because it's a headache.
I had
it's a shame,
that.
but
I know I had noticed that you didn't use your own songs and was wondering why.
Honestly, though,
yeah,
there are better songs out there to use for YouTube. So, you know.
Yeah. Now, did you make the intro music for your videos yourself?
No, like maybe if you go back and look up like a video called Snyder Hill, from Drivin and Vibin, there's like maybe 2 examples where I created background music when we first started making videos, but I very quickly realized that takes so much longer to do. So right now we use a company called, I think, Epidemic Music, and it is awesome. It costs like $15 a month, and that's where we use all of our music now.
Okay.
So the little riff at the beginning, your little intro card, that's not your own work?
No, that is someone called Andrew Appleby or something. We found him on Patreon. We're one of his patrons, and he does like really cool music, in my opinion. And that was one of his. But we're gonna have to change all of that up, like in the next few
Right.
months because we need a new intro
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
Every once in a while, you got to make it a little bit fresher. And yeah, wanted to
it.
shout out to Mark N. I saw a new subscriber as we're live here.
Vic also subscribed.
Oh, Mark and Vic. Well, welcome, Vic.
Oh, cool.
I think Vic had to leave our live stream because his son called. I saw that a little bit ago.
Yeah.
Well, let's see. Nomadic in Nature joined us. Hello. They say, yes, you make great videos. We followed you for a while before we started full-time RV. We have learned a lot from you.
Very cool.
We have met you at Nomad Fest and at the Bash 2019. Very cool. Awesome.
All right.
It's nice having a mix.
Those bashes.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Sorry, it's nice having a mix of vibe drivers and what we call defammers,
Defammers.
all kind of mixing in together. So.
Yeah.
Hey, well, I just subscribed too. I realized I wasn't subscribed, so I just
Oh.
subscribed.
Thank you.
Well,
I
shout out to
apologize for
you.
not being subscribed already.
That's all right.
So I'm part of the D fan.
That's
now,
awesome.
right?
Yes.
And we've been part of the Vibe Tribe for a while, so
Yes.
we'll always follow you guys.
And Gifford's on
I
the go. Just
do
joined us.
realize, once we started full-time RVing, watching RV channels dropped from like 100% to like 15%.
Yeah.
So I totally get whenever people RV, they don't watch as many videos because they're out RVing.
Exactly.
So it's, but I still like to keep an eye on what's going on
Yeah.
on the RV YouTube world.
Well, and that's why we've decided to continue doing these as many times as we can. Do these interviews because that allows us to kind of connect with the RV family out there without necessarily having all of our time filled up with following every single channel that subscribes to us.
Yes.
But we can connect well. I feel like it's more relational because we can ask questions and give and take, and we really feel like we get to know the people that we interview, even if we've never met before.
Yeah.
So we've got quite a few that we've interviewed but not met. Like the Giffords.
I was talking to Olivia.
Giffords on the Go are on as well. We've never met them,
cool.
but we interviewed them, and we feel like we're just
They're in
connected.
Oklahoma now. Like 300 miles
Oklahoma.
away.
Are you going to come see us? Oh my goodness. Go ahead, Garrett.
All right, let's
Okay.
go ahead.
Pal?
Go ahead.
I was going to say, Olivia and I were talking about this a few days ago about who we remember meeting from the RV Bash in Lake Havasu this last year.
Mm-hmm.
And the people we remember connecting with the most were the people we did interviews with.
Right.
Yeah.
Because it makes us sit down and really connect one-on-one
Exactly.
for like 10 to like 30 minutes.
Exactly.
And I love the interview format as well.
Yeah.
Yes, I mean, because you can share a little of you and you can get that information that you need to really, I connect this face and this name and now I know who they are and what they're about, and it just makes them a friend when before it was just,
Totally.
hi, you're an acquaintance.
Yep. Yeah, for sure.
But anyway, let's see. So hi to Giffords on the Go who joined. Let's see. I'm trying. We have so much going on our feed that I'm having trouble following it all. Do check out Grassroots Living. We're pretty much awesome. I love it. I love it.
Thanks for plugging in there.
Let's see. Giffords on the Go. They're working on coming to see us. Awesome. Well, we
That's
are going to
awesome.
hold you to it. We'll instant message you.
Yeah, we're gonna be moving further west, so you're gonna have to try and catch up with us.
Catch up with us, right? Oh, okay. Grassroots Living says, any quick tips on growing a channel? They're in the process.
Yes.
They're
So,
very, very much in the beginning phase.
man, I feel like the best tip for growing a channel, really, there's two things you have to do. Obviously, consistency is the biggest thing of all. You have to show up all the time. But with that, you have to be so patient because it takes a long time.
It does.
I watch channels that are much newer than Drivin and Vibin blow up and become so much bigger, and it's like,
It
wow,
seems like
what
overnight.
am I doing
Right,
wrong?
exactly.
I know.
Every time I see that. Yeah.
But it's so important to not worry about what anyone else is doing and focus on consistently showing up and nurturing the community.
Yeah.
Because an actual community that grows organically over time will really pay off in dividends, not only with your channel and the growth of it, but also Olivia and I did not expect to grow relationships from YouTube. We thought it was going to be us and the internet, and it wasn't like any meshing going
Right.
on. but we've had so many friends and met so many people and built so many relationships.
Yeah.
So it's not always about the numbers. It's just about putting out content you're happy with and making sure you respond to people in the comment section because they're like giving you their hand to shake you and meet you,
right,
and to respond, you know, is a big part of that, because it's all about the community for us at the end of the day. And I think for anyone who has the long-term YouTube goal.
Right.
Yeah.
That's a good point about being quick to respond to comments, and that it's their way of reaching out to shake hands and say, hi, my name is, and you want to respond and not snub them. That is so true. And Kyle, we are one of those YouTubers that it's like, it's been slow. It's like torturous
pulling
at times
to get one subscriber.
Yes.
So, you know, that, I think the vast majority of YouTube channels, that is how it grows.
Yeah.
And then you have that small minority that within a year they're at 1,000 subscribers, and within 2 years they're like, you know, I don't even want to.
Higher,
yeah.
Well, I mean, like the getaway couple. They were very small, and then all of a sudden, boom! They just blew up like really quick.
Well, I was thinking too of Stacy and Phil of You, Me, and the RV. It was within their first year that they got 1,000 subscribers. But they're such an energetic and like brilliant couple that I feel that that's part of it. And
I don't know. I feel like there is no rhyme or reason sometimes. You, Me, and the RV. I think they're putting out great content, and I think it's really professional to start off with, which is something that was not the theme with Drivin and Vibin. Like the first year, we put out awful videos, but we put out a lot of them.
We've put out some awful videos too.
But, so I don't know. In the getaway couple, there are great friends. I talk to them every week, and they gripe. Well, I won't say they gripe. We gripe together about channels that are blowing up, and it's like, oh, what are they doing that we're not doing?
Garrett will gripe with
but you don't want a video to blow up that is like a negative video or a drama video, because then that's what your channel's known for, you know. So it's like, always got to be making sure the video is full of integrity or you know, positivity.
Exactly. Well, Garrett will gripe with you off the camera.
I love griping about YouTube. It is my favorite thing to do off camera.
Let's see. Gifford's on the go. Got a sub. Good. Awesome. Let's see. Grassroots Living said, amen. Good advice. Thanks. Really appreciate that.
Blue Wave Odyssey had a question for you. Have you driven the 101 in Oregon yet? Highway 101?
Yes.
Yeah.
All the way.
Okay.
All the way.
While you could.
We've driven.
I don't think you can now.
Yeah.
No.
Oh,
yeah,
really?
There's part of it that's washed out. It happened in the spring this year.
Yep.
Yeah.
Bummer.
Yeah. It was.
So you guys went all the way
cool.
up from California up to Washington?
No, we actually went all the way down. We started in like on the top of the peninsula of Oregon or Washington, I guess, and then worked our way down. But the 101, you know, it was cool.
Yeah.
But what was really cool was like, what is it? Like the Pacific Coast Highway or whatever. It's like going through the redwoods, then it comes out on like I think isn't that different than the 101?
I think Highway 1 is different, but I can't
know.
remember. We haven't actually traveled it yet. Yeah. Just small portions of it, so we don't.
Yeah, the little portions that we've been on in Oregon, in Washington, a little bit. I don't know if we've been on it in California.
I don't think we have.
Not in California, but it's just absolutely gorgeous. I love the trees.
Oh,
I love being able to see the ocean every once in a while peeking out. And it's just. I mean, we traveled a little bit of it on our way, you know, away from Washington in the spring. And even just that, I was like, stop!
You know,
I want to take some video footage of this awesome ocean here.
Yeah.
We're on this bluff.
The beginning of it up in Washington on the Olympic Peninsula, that was probably like my favorite part of it. Like starting up like by Cape Flattery and Nia Bay, that's like the very tip of the peninsula. And we were camping out there and we saw Oregon. It was just beautiful.
Yes.
Wow.
But that was the problem, is that our fiber stream just is awful in those type of climates.
Okay.
We had condensation dropping from our roof the whole time we were in that area on the inside of the rig, and it was like we were being waterboarded as we slept.
Oh no!
So
it's terrible.
It was every one of our shoes, we probably had like at least 3 pairs of shoes apiece.
Yes.
They were all drenched. We were not prepared to be in the rainforest type of environment.
Right.
So
Very different.
we'd like to do it again with a little more knowledge and a
Right.
little more preparation.
And what time of year were you there?
Man, that's a good question. I truly can't remember. It
Okay.
was probably, though, like August, September,
Okay. Yeah.
October.
So, I mean, the area is so humid. It really is. People don't think about it, but it is. And we wintered there, and you wouldn't expect it, but it was like 99% humidity sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And even with our brand new rig, we were having water on the walls in the slides, and I was like,
Oh.
we're going to get mold growing in our brand new rig. This is not going to work.
Our dehumidifier was almost 24/7.
Yeah, we have a big
Yeah.
dehumidifier, and it was running 24/7, and we would have to empty it once a day, and it's got a big like
That's crazy.
gallon or more container to
Yep.
fill up.
Well, that makes me happy, though. I thought it was just our rig. So,
Nope.
No,
It's
not
a pretty-
and nice rigs, too. Yeah.
It's pretty more. People don't think about it, but it can get pretty wet up here.
Yeah,
Or
always
up
nice
in
to have
Washington.
one in reserve if you're doing a lot of traveling. Because I mean, we had to use it a lot when we were in Louisiana.
Louisiana was very humid.
Very
as well.
humid as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Teachers on Adventure says yes, it's been very slow. Commenting on their growth, their channel growth.
Yeah.
Yes. Man,
yes.
I feel the pain. It's even now. I feel like, gosh, Driving and Vibin is moving so slow. I just want to hit that 100,000, and it's like 20 subscribers a day ain't helping the cause.
You'll get there. You will.
We would be happy with 20 subscribers a day.
Well,
Our friends have the play button, you know? It's like the one you get with 100,000, and
Yeah.
now, since I've seen that, I feel like life doesn't matter unless I have one of those hanging in the rig.
oh well. Hopefully, this helps boost you just a little bit because
Yeah, hey, I'll take anything.
we do have 600 plus subscribers that may not have heard about your channels.
Yeah.
And we're always talking up channels that we like to watch. So.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so we've commented,
Alright.
hey, yeah, Driving and Vibin, we love watching you guys.
Well, thank you.
Grassroots Living, by the way, we saw your video on the Elk City, Oklahoma free campground and stayed there last
Perfect.
week. So amazing. We'll be linking your review on that when we post our video about it on our channel. So they're
Thank you. I was
share
gonna.
love too.
Are those your friends in Oklahoma?
They're currently in Arizona. They're work
All right.
campers.
But they came
'Cause-
through and we met them
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
couple Fridays ago. And yes, love.
I was gonna shout out Elk City to your Oklahoma buddies who are camping up there now. But I
Yeah.
love Elk City. It's a great free campsite with electric and water. So
Great,
it's
awesome.
my favorite.
How many days can you stay there for free?
I think it's 3 days,
Okay.
but it might be like 4 or 5. But we only stay overnight. But it's like the best overnight spot ever. You know, so much
Right.
better than a Walmart.
So much better if you get free water and electric. I mean, come on. No,
But hey,
Walmart won't-
late night snacks at Walmart are my favorite. So.
I hadn't thought of
And
that.
they have nothing but healthy snacks there.
Healthy, yes. Yeah. Mhm. Gifford's on the Go said us too, so they must have seen that and been there.
Nice.
Good.
So good, very good.
It's always fun to come across those. We came across in Borger City, about an hour away from where we're at now.
Not
and it was like
Borger City, dear.
No,
Borger.
Borger. Sorry,
We have trouble sometimes with the Texas names.
they're very
They trip us up.
different. Yeah, but there was like 3 nights for free there, and we're like, we got to at least try it once.
We did.
We did. And
It was
was
an hour drive for me to work, so we didn't stay there longer than just those 3 days and
Yeah.
left. Grassroots
Yeah.
Living says it's 4 nights there in
All right.
Elk City.
awesome.
Or at least they
Very cool.
stayed 4 nights.
They stayed 4 nights.
Yeah, good. Gifford's on the Go. We met Kyle and Olivia at Nomad Fest. Very cool. I forgot,
Yeah.
Giffords, that you guys had gone to
I know.
Nomad Fest.
So
Aw,
lucky.
many
That
of
was
you.
one of the best things about Nomad Fest
Yeah.
is that the community there. We got to meet so many folks, and we got to meet so many other RV YouTubers as well. You know
Yes.
that
Yeah.
we've never met before. So, you know, not that we like YouTubers better than regular RVers, but it's just fun to even as a YouTuber, it's fun to meet people that we are used to seeing on the computer screen in
right,
person. You know,
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Did you meet any YouTubers while you were filming with the Nomad crew?
You know what we did? Outside is Calling
Okay.
is one of as some YouTubers we met for the first time there. I think that was the first time we met Nathan and Marissa from Less Drunk More Journey. We've met them a few times, but that
Right.
might have been the first time. Actually, I think it was in Courtside before that. But
Okay.
I'm trying to. I can't remember off the top of my head if there are any other ones. We knew most of the crew going into it. That was part of that movie thing.
Awesome.
That was a really great movie. I
Yeah, it was
so
well put
enjoyed it.
together.
I know there were some people who commented later on and said, "Oh, well, why did they talk about this and they weren't thinking about that and why weren't they?" I'm just
Yeah.
like, well, you only have a short amount of time to tell a story in
Yes.
a movie, and you can't cover everything. And
Yeah.
you can read into that one little section about doomsday preppers and things. I mean, you can read into it as much as you want, but that's what some people are doing RV lifestyling for, to be out of the system.
Yeah.
Because they're
And,
concerned.
It's for me, the end product was cool and good to see and fun, and we were proud to be a part of it.
Yeah.
But the best part truly was both the filming of it, where we got to hang out with everyone
Yeah.
Yes.
for like 2 weeks. We built some awesome relationships, and not only did we build relationships there, but we learned so much from the community of like content creators, because some
Yes.
of those folks were YouTubers, some of them were bloggers. I learned so much about Pinterest. I learned so much about blog optimization,
Yeah. Yeah.
So it was like a crash course in social media being around all those people too.
Oh, that's so great. Well, and you guys looked like you were having so much fun filming too. We saw some behind the scenes footage and stuff, and we were like, oh, they're
It was
having
good. We
so
made
much
some good
fun.
friends.
Yeah.
Very good. Well,
Living Light RV has joined us.
hi, Living Light.
Oh, what's up?
Lisa and Kent, we miss you guys so much. Can't wait to see you this
Hey,
fall.
we did. They were part of a collab we did like probably a year or so ago.
That's awesome. So awesome. I'll have to go back and look for that.
So you said about a
can't
year
remember.
ago?
Yeah, I think it was. It could have been about like lessons learned or unexpected expenses. I can't remember exactly which one, but
Okay.
Very
Cool.
cool.
Well,
too many videos. We're
Too
like
many,
into
I know.
our like almost 700th
Oh,
video.
wow. Wow. Garrett, how many
Yeah,
do we
tell
have?
me about it.
We have about 375.
Something
Oh,
like that.
sweet.
So
Yeah.
we
So, yeah,
have
y'all
quite a
up
few
there, too.
ourselves.
We've got a lot of content. So we're
That's great.
and a lot of view time too. We're just working on the subscriber thing.
Yep.
But everybody who
Just keep
joins,
plugging away.
I know,
Yeah, exactly.
we love it every time somebody new joins, and we've had several of you jump on that are obviously Vibe Tribers caught the wind that Kyle was going to be
Perfect.
on. So, well, Grassroots Living says tons of Walmarts. We stayed at Walmarts in Canada as well. Have you guys been to Canada, or have you just?
We haven't been to Canada.
Have you?
You were asking us?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
not to Canada yet. Any plans?
No.
No. Maybe.
Yeah, it's on the list.
Mhm.
Our bucket list is just looking a little weirder now. Like we've hit all the major items,
Right.
and like way off in the distance is like Canada and Alaska and
Right.
Mexico.
Yeah.
I feel like those are just like RV must-dos.
Yep.
But
Right.
honestly, one thing that is on my bucket list, not necessarily so much Olivia's, is I want to go to a big protest of some kind. I feel
Oh.
like I've never been part of like a national
Right.
or anything. It doesn't. I don't really care too much about what it is. I just want to see what it's all about.
I love
just
it.
be there just to experience
Just
it.
experience
Yeah.
the energy and the thousands
That's
of
it.
people, and that's great. That's a great
Exactly.
bucket list item that I wouldn't have even thought of.
Yeah. So, kind of going off of your bucket list items, where's one place that you would want to go but you haven't yet?
One place I'd want to go that I haven't yet. Oh, that's so tough. I honestly can't answer that question too well because
Yeah.
there's nowhere off the top. We want to go overseas. We
Mhm.
want to do like these vague things, but they aren't like very pinpointed.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So honestly, where I want to go is where I have been and loved, and I want to experience it again
Revisit.
Yeah.
without feeling so rushed, you
Yeah.
know? Like, our travel speed was so intense for the first,
Mm-hmm.
3 years on the road. And now it's like, maybe I could just go back to some of these places that I really loved and stay for 2 or 3 months and and kind of be more part of the community rather than just a traveler by.
That's great. No, I've heard this from like our friends Allison and Andrew from Our National Adventure. They've been at a breakneck pace for their first year.
They've seen like 100 and something national parks in a year or more.
But
it's just nuts.
Their main goal was, let's travel for a year and find the quintessential perfect town,
small town or something,
small town in America, and buy a house and settle down with our kids.
Totally.
But now that they've reached a year, they realize, gosh, we've been going so fast, and they're like, we kind of want to slow down, and we're not ready to stop yet. We haven't found that perfect town, because every time we get to a town and it seems like the right town, we're just thinking in the back of our heads, but maybe there's a better one.
Yeah.
So I'm always a little bit envious of people who can move whenever they want to a new location, and we are stuck for 3 months in one spot.
Yeah.
But then I think, we've gotten to know the community, know the area, experienced some of the culture that other people may not have even gotten if they stayed for 4 days and left.
Yeah.
So.
Totally. And that's like, there's something to be said about knowing how to get around a town and knowing where the local spots are, you know? And I feel like as much research as you do, you can't really get a good sense in a week's time, you know? Right. You can hit all the spots, but you don't really know it inside and out.
Yep. Yeah.
Well, Living Light RV said, let's see, up here, the collab was great. It was about downsizing.
Downsizing. That's the one.
Yeah,
all
and
right.
I think I love their story about downsizing, because they moved from a house to an apartment, and then from the apartment to the rig, and so they call their apartment the funnel.
Yeah.
Because they were funneling their things through to a smaller location to finally get to their final end product. And I think it took them, a year and a half, something like that?
Yeah.
Something like that. And then, they renovated Bessie in 2 weeks?
Oof.
That was last
2 week renovation.
Was last summer.
That was just
that's
nuts.
Yeah. Absolutely crazy. Anyway, they are why we want to go and visit Canada. So.
Yeah. Very cool. Yeah, we still want to go visit so many places, but it's after the traveling so much, it's hard to be like, I want to go to this specific place.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's see. Grassroots Living says we only have about a dozen videos so far. We've got a long way to go, but you're getting there. Really, you guys are.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
You got to start somewhere.
You do. You have to. Gifford's on the Go says, understand travel speed, 5,000 miles in 12 days. They came down from Alaska down, where? They're in Oklahoma now?
They're in Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Tulsa, Oklahoma. Yeah, 12 days. Oh my gosh, 5,000.
We did 3,000, about 3,008 days.
8 days.
Which was not, that was
it
like,
was not fun.
We don't want to do that again, especially with kids.
Yeah. We purposely found a way not to do it between jobs this time.
For a Christmas a few years ago, we were going to Maine to visit family, but we were in Southern California. So for us, the most realistic thing to do was, because we had to have our dog with us and we didn't want to fly with River.
Yeah.
So we rented a car and drove from California to Maine
gosh.
4 days.
Oh,
it was
from
the
corner
stupidest
to corner.
thing ever.
Oh my gosh, 4 days. Oh.
That's
anything for the dog,
sleeping and
anything for the dog. Next time it'll be like, we're gonna find a dog sitter.
Oh, trust me. We have, yes, I love River, but we definitely will make different decisions if something like that comes up again.
Because of the baby, you can't do 4 days of travel like that. Oh my goodness. Wow, well, kudos to you, and now that you're settled with the baby, it will never happen again. Live and Light RV says, be a part of the locals so you can join the protest. X marks the spot says, missed a few minutes, had to help buyer take away my dining table, downsizing.
They just closed on their house like 3 days ago.
Shout out to Richard and Hope. Congratulations on selling your house. So they are in that process. That was Hope talking. I see her little emoji woman next to her. I love that. I hadn't even thought of that. Putting a little person, a male or a female, beside your comment. Because Garrett and I are always like commenting, but like who's who? If we're commenting with Diary of a Family, you never know who it is. Live in Light RV says Canada is epic. Grassroots Living says Bessie's adorable. I agree. We've been in Bessie a couple of times. She's an adorable. What is she?
Class
in? 19.
So 19, 20 foot something Class A.
But what was her year? 1990.
No, it's like 80 something.
80 something. Anyway, Bessie's cute, and she landed herself in a hole in California a few months ago, and that
the
video
truck stop.
blew up. I was like, what?
Yeah, we're waiting for one of our videos to blow up.
Have you had one of those like where it was a major incident and like the truck broke down or the trailer had some major issue and like people just watched it, thousands of views?
We've never had a viral video.
Never really.
All of our friends have. It doesn't matter what size of YouTube channel they have. They have all had viral videos, and we have never had one. We've had videos like go to like 50,000 views in the first few days, and that's like, oh, that's a good video, but nothing that's ever gone to 100,000 views immediately.
Yeah.
We have a few like over time that have now surpassed, like maybe 2 videos that have gone over 100,000.
Right.
But by no means viral, you know?
But you guys have put out so much
video.
content that you have a lot of watch time because of the amount of videos you have.
Well, we haven't gotten a viral video yet either, and our good videos are still only hitting in the hundreds.
Well, I mean, we have two videos that are over 10,000 views.
But we've had them for almost a year.
For almost 2 years now.
So, I mean,
that's all right.
They're the ones that bring in our watch time, except that now that we're doing these interviews and these long form, we get a lot of hours out of these as well, but not very many views.
You know what? Let me give a little bit of advice that we shot ourselves in the foot for the first year, and I think it's still haunting us to this day, is that we put out at least 150 videos that are between like 2 and 3 minutes long in the beginning.
Right.
And something, like I said, to this day, I truly think that the YouTube algorithm still holds that against us.
I think
because
that's what
such
our problem is.
Short watch time.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, and we have
make 10-minute videos, you know, to any new RVers, 10 minutes no matter what.
10 minutes to start. We used the channel in the beginning as a way to show what Emma was learning as a homeschooler, and we called it Diary of a Family. It was just me and her. Sorry, Diary of a Daughter. And we kind of refitted it instead of starting over again to make it more of a family channel. So if you go to the very beginning, you'll see these cute little, but they're short.
Emma playing piano and things like that.
They're short little videos. And so, I don't know, maybe we're in the same boat as you because we started out kind of the same with shorter videos. It's interesting, those algorithms. YouTube.
I know
Darn YouTube algorithms.
As soon as people figure it out, they'll change it again.
Yeah.
That's it.
Oh my goodness, we're up so high now on our feed there. I can't even see. It's behind some of our...
So the Nomadic Ramblers have joined us.
Hello. Welcome. And I thought, teachers... I wanted to see what teachers on adventures was.
I'll pull it down.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, good. Now I can see them.
Look at that.
Nomadic Rambler said, "Hey y'all, pretty baby girl." And yes, teachers on adventures say, and I thought over 8,000 miles, 25 states in 62 days last summer was fast. That
is fast.
That
still.
is fast.
That is.
Let's see. Blue Wave Odyssey is saying, "Very cool to X marks the spot for selling their house." Vic's back. Hi, Vic. We're glad you're back. Living Light RV said they'll dog sit any time. They don't have a dog of their own, so they'll watch. They'll watch your dog if you want them to. Let's see. Living Light RV says their rig Bessie is 1993.
Yep.
1993. Let's see. I'm skipping down here.
A lot of people saying hi to each other in the comments.
Yep.
So.
Nomadic Ramblers being accepted into the group. We welcome you.
Teachers on Adventure says Living Light will let you sit our 5 dogs.
Oh, 5. Oh my gosh, 5.
No,
wow.
no.
That's more than my kids.
I'm fine with 3 kids. So not 5 dogs.
Blue Wave Odyssey says ours are mostly 10 to 16 minutes long. Very good. And I mean, you
Yeah,
guys
that's
are
great.
pretty new on your YouTube channel, so.
If anybody has any questions for Drivin and Vibin right now, put it in the comments and we will get to those.
Yes.
We don't want Kyle just sitting here.
No, it's all good. I'm wondering what that little screen is behind you, like with putting off the blue light.
Oh,
on your kitchen counter, I think. Or
this one over here. They can't see it, but I'll bring it over. It's
all right.
our
it's a outdoor weather station. Or so we have a little sensor outside, so we can tell what the temperature is outside and with the humidity. And
once
stuff.
I unplugged it, the blue light went away.
It was put. It looked like a cool piece of technology.
It's a $20 tool, but it's actually been very beneficial because we can tell outside what the temperature is outside, humidity is outside, and we know really when to like start opening windows up and cooling out.
The
trailer
has a barometer
Very
on it
cool.
that we don't know anything about, but there's a barometer on it.
Yeah.
I think you picked it off of a
There's a clearance rack.
clearance item at Walmart, I think.
Yes.
And
yeah.
it's
Sweet.
been one of our best clearance items. It has a little thing that hangs out outside
that
monitors outside, and then it monitors the inside. It's a little bit off. It's not regulated completely inside because our thermostat will be like 2 degrees cooler than it says on it. But, you know, we've got the thermostat to read. So that's that.
Very
I love
cool.
it. I hope it doesn't break down, but, you know, things break.
Blue Wave Odyssey says, I don't think YouTube appreciated me deleting some of our videos. Yeah.
I wonder.
Unfortunately, the best thing to do is to leave, even if it's a bad video,
Even if it's a
leave
bad
it there
video.
because you'll keep the watch time, you keep the views.
We
goes
learned
into
that
everything.
from Doug Bordeaux from
Fummin's Family.
Fummin's Family. They now call themselves Road School.
Yeah, I like those guys.
He says his highest watched video is their worst video.
Yep. And it keeps getting shared because everyone's like, man, this video is terrible.
It's so terrible. It's horrible.
It's over 1 million views.
But it keeps getting shared. So he's
Are you
like,
serious?
Yeah,
he's
over
like,
1 million views. It's amazing.
keep sharing it. I don't care that it's negative. Keep going.
No, what he needs to do is go in there and fill it up with ads.
Yeah.
Like you can place ads in it, you know?
Yeah.
So it's like if people are watching it for how bad it is, at least make them pay for it.
Exactly. I love it.
That's great.
I love
That's
it.
great.
All right, Garrett, you'll have to text Doug and tell him to do that.
Yeah, we'll do that. We'll let him know.
Kyle, which cell booster should I buy? That's from Live and Light RV.
Which cell? All right, I had a video that I talked about cell boosters last week, and honestly, for anyone that doesn't have a cell booster who is interested in buying one, I like the Drive Sleek the best by WeBoost.
Drive Sleek.
It is $200.
Okay.
It has a cradle. I don't have it in this truck. It's in my other truck. But it has one cradle.
Yeah.
So you can only do one device at a time. For us, that's fine because it's either the cell phone in there or the hotspot in there.
Okay.
And it will work either way.
Okay.
It's not ideal for like a trailer, but if you have a Class A or Class B or Class C, I think it is the most affordable, the best bang for your buck.
Okay.
If you have a trailer, you might have to like expend a little more money, because otherwise you'll be hopping off that hotspot that's inside your truck, which isn't a problem, but it might be an issue with connectivity, you know.
Yeah.
Well, I think for Live and Light RV, since they're in Bessie, it might be a good option for them since they drive their rig. But for us, we'd have to probably look at
they're
something.
overpriced.
We'd have to look for something else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you mentioned that
the cell boosters changed our life.
Yeah. So that $500 one you showed in that video, that like kind of the right way to do it or whatever, it seemed like that probably for a rig our size, about a 40 foot, that would probably be the best option.
Yeah, I hate to say that anything that costs $500 would be the right option, because to me that is a lot of
It
money.
is a lot of money.
And they're like, so we tested SureCalls that are like $100 cheaper, and they underperformed WeBoost, not by enough, but it's like $400 versus $500 at that point. It's not that big of a difference.
Yeah.
So it's always hard to know what booster to buy. Olivia and I, like I said in that video, have never bought a booster before.
Wow.
WeBoost was one of the first companies that ever reached out to us before we even knew we could work with companies like that.
Yeah.
So, we did not have a booster up until that point because we did not want to spend $500 on one. That sounded like a lot of money.
Yeah.
It does sound like a lot of money.
Yeah, I know.
Let's see. So the Nomadic Ramblers, I didn't realize this, but they were the Phoenix Ramblers. So
the Childers.
The Childers. So they had joined us a while ago, and then I guess I didn't realize that they changed their name. The Nomadic Ramblers. I like it. X marks the spot's talking about our kids. Your 3 kids were a blast and wore me out. I know, they wear us out every single day.
Yeah.
Let's see. the Nomadic Ramblers, I've never seen Kyle in a car live before. Well, there you go. Here's the first on our channel. You saw it here with us.
I know. That's right. The only other people that get to see it are our patrons on Patreon, because we have to do these monthly. It's our pleasure to do monthly live streams with them.
That's great.
But the only way we can do them now is in a vehicle away from the campground.
Right.
So.
Yes. Well, I'm sure your Patreons are happy to see you every single month and get to talk to you.
We love to show off the baby to them. You know, they get the inside look at all the baby stuff, because, you know, before we had kids, we would see baby stuff plastered all over everything, and, you know, it wasn't necessarily our cup of tea, so we don't want to put it too much out there, but the patrons get it.
Yeah.
Well, Grassroots Living is asking, Kyle, what made you guys want to be full-time RVers?
Oh, well, we just didn't have a reason not to be, really. We thought the idea sounded awesome, and that really was it. We just wanted to explore. There were parts of my life, like probably 10 years ago, where I never thought that I would ever see a national park out west. It just, the idea seemed so far away. The money seemed like it would be, how could I ever make enough money to go on vacation that long?
Right.
You know, because that's the way my brain thought about it.
Right.
So once we saw that other people were doing this on a budget and making it work, we just thought we had to do it. That was just what, you know, all there was to it.
I think you guys have adventurous spirits, so it just fits it fits you. It totally fits you.
Yeah. Well,
let's see.
I'll take it.
Blue Wave, was it Blue Wave? Here we go. Yeah, Blue Wave Odyssey. Drivin, how many states have you visited so far? Can you think off the top of your head?
Oh, you know, I don't know. We're not big into the state counting game.
Okay.
We were in the beginning. And if I had to guess, I think it'd be something like 39 in an RV, but I'm not 100% sure. Olivia and I have taken trips up the Northeast before we got an RV, just driving and staying in hotels and stuff. So we don't count those states in our RV travels, you know, but I wish I had a solid number. Yeah. But I feel like after a few years, it's like whatever. Nothing against the people who count the states, but we just lose track of the enthusiasm of putting the sticker on the map has waned over time, you know?
You've been doing it for so long.
Oh, I'm jaded.
That's okay. We'll keep putting stickers on our map because it helps our kids kind of realize this is where we're at.
Totally.
This is what we're learning in this area. I mean, even our 2-year-old today, he's like, we go to Texas? And I said, dear, we're in Texas.
Yep.
I know. That is a great way, it seems like, to visualize it to kids, because we try to explain it to like our nieces and nephews, like, we're in California now. Do you know where that is? You know, it's very far away from you, you know, but the sticker map can come in handy for those things.
So was Olivia on board from the very beginning?
Yeah, most definitely.
That was from Grassroots Living.
We were on a walk on the waterfront down this nice little rustic boardwalk. It was kind of our ritual of how to bond, you know, back in the day when we lived a stationary life. So we were just talking about it, and the walk is probably like 2 miles. And by the end of that walk, we both decided this is what we're going to do, and we're going to do it in 1 year from today. And there was no convincing on either side. It was just kind of like brainstorming it up and, you know, concocting a plan.
And it took you only a year to get into wheels?
Yeah. So it took us a year and like 15 days. We missed it for just a little while, but we busted our rear ends. But it was, I tell people this without any fabrication to the story. That year of planning and busting our rear ends was equally as rewarding as the first year of travel. There was so much teamwork and excitement, and like it was so goal oriented. Every week we had a goal, you know. So though it gave us so much reward to accomplish those weekly goals, and then see monthly goals come to fruition, and then finally hit the road.
Very, very good. We had a rough year and 2 months, and we will never remodel a house again, I think. And it tested our marriage quite a lot. But
Well, hey, that's the Airstream too.
Yeah.
It was not easy, and Olivia and I got into some, arguments that weren't fun. But once we that was like towards the beginning of it, we worked our way through understanding
Yeah.
how to handle these stressful
Yes.
things.
it's good. It's definitely marriage strengthening to go through difficult things with each other. Yep, make or break, right? Always.
Yes, and the renovation was nothing as rewarding as that first year of planning to hit the
Yeah.
road.
Yeah.
Even though we got to see the reward of the Airstream, at least now there is no nostalgia looking back on that
Oh,
yet.
yeah.
Maybe in another few years I'll be like, oh, that was a great time in my life.
You'll
But
look back at your videos and be like, I remember. That was a really hard day. Oh
Yeah.
my gosh, I'd forgotten how hard that day was.
exactly.
Would you recommend anybody remodel an old RV?
I wouldn't recommend it, and I wouldn't tell them not to do it. But I feel like if the fire is inside of you, then you must do it. But if the fire's not inside of you, then no matter what it is in life, don't do it. You know.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
Well, X marks the spot says we have Mimo antenna so far, holding out on boosters.
Oh, cool! Yes.
They're not getting a booster
I hear we have not tried that yet, but I hear those work better than the booster, and they cost $10.
Wow.
So there are some checks that come along with those things, but also it's definitely a valid tool to try before you buy a booster.
Good,
Okay.
good. Well, Blue Wave Odyssey says good idea on ads, Drivin. Nomadic Rambler
Yeah.
says exactly ads and more ads.
That's it.
Let's see. It looks like Blue Wave is subscribed to Teachers on Adventures. Awesome. Giffords on the Go says we have the Wii Boost in our rig. That works decent. Okay.
Yeah, I know. I hate to hear that, but sometimes it just depends where you are to what you get. And in the video that I had made a week ago, it was like 20% of our travels we used it in.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it made a difference. So, but sometimes nothing.
Yeah. We're kind of behind on these comments. They were commenting like mad as we were talking here. The Nomadic Rambler said, Kyle, we understand completely. Possibly about the baby or something? I don't know. Vic says...
Maybe about the renovation.
Maybe about the renovation. Vic says, yes, but Nora Jane is so cute.
Oh, yeah.
Actually,
We made a baby.
you did. You made a baby while you were renovating. That's amazing.
So, we took this turn where our relationship got a lot better.
A lot
Yes.
better. X Marks the Spot wants you to show off your cabin tattoo if you're okay with that.
Oh, yeah. Let me move this. And this is like, can you see
Oh,
the...
that's cool.
Oh, wow.
So,
I don't.
sorry, it's probably at the bad angle.
I don't
it's
remember.
totally fine.
I don't remember taking a good look at this when we saw you in June.
Yeah, so that is
That's really cool.
truly like what our cabin looked like. It's very accurate.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
it's where we lived before we hit the road.
And you guys did a song about the cabin on your album, didn't
That's
Where it
right.
was
That's
flooded
right.
out.
Yeah.
Wasted things.
Wasted Things.
Yeah.
Emma goes
Yeah,
around
but-
singing that song sometimes.
Love it.
Our 8-year-old picks up on the strangest things, but she'll sing just about anything that
Yeah.
she hears enough times.
Hey, everyone loves Olivia's songs better, so I can't blame them. I enjoy listening to those ones better too.
Blue Wave says, in 4 months we've seen 15 states. Wow, that's a lot. That really is. They're loving it. They're loving being out. Jurgen's Journeys, hi, joining in. Awesome. Hi, guys. What part of the country do you like the most? And I think you've already answered that.
Oh
The
yeah, so
Western
us.
states.
Yeah, in Colorado, New Mexico, northern New Mexico, Arizona, and Utah are our 4 favorite states. I would live in probably any of those, with Arizona being the last of the 4 on the list. But
Okay.
We haven't been to Utah yet, and Colorado. I'm excited to see Colorado because of all the mountains.
yeah,
Well, we could possibly...
Love it.
We came down during the springtime when we were going to Louisiana, and so for us, we had to pick a route that was safe for
the least
us.
snowy.
The least snowy and icy.
And there was
Because most
still
of the
that
mountain
big
ranges had
winter
a lot of-
storm.
yeah.
We hit the tail end of that winter storm in California, and it was
in the
scary.
Mojave Desert, and that was
Yeah.
not fun.
Stories we've got. Let's see.
Everyone that RVs has stories, lots of stories. That's what I really like about the
yeah.
community.
I'm trying to see where we're at with our comments here. There's so many today, you guys. I'm so excited.
So, well, Vic asked where in Texas. I live in Austin. Someone else was mentioning about someone in
That they were up in Texas.
There's a whole sub-conversation
There is
going
a
on.
sub-conversation going on with us here. Let's see. The Nomadic Rambler said all but 10 states for us. Jurgen's Journey say, hi, Blue Wave Odyssey. X Marks the Spot said, did we lose the feed or is it just me? I think it's just you. I'm sorry, Richard.
It should be back. I don't think that it just
because
went down
earlier
for
they
just a
said
second.
it was buffering.
Yeah.
Teachers Adventure says they still have the feed. It's just you, X Marks.
So Nomadic Ramblers, it took 2 years to redo their 1970 trailer.
Oh my, 2 years. That's too long to do a reno.
Yeah, it
It's
is.
too long. Grassroots Living says, we've been married 30 years. It's awesome. You and Olivia seem perfect for each other, and Nora is going to continue to rock your world. Aww.
Yes, I hope so.
Shalane, you're so right about that.
Yep.
So right. Gifford's on the Go says, yes, Kyle is spot on about the Wii Boost. We did get an AT&T Wi-Fi that works sometimes. Okay.
All right.
Yeah, that's definitely one of the things I like to talk about when people are asking for advice about like doing YouTube channels and stuff on the road is like, how do you stay connected, especially with this kind of doing videos and
Being on
social
time with
media
them
and stuff. You have to have a connection to the internet to be able to upload anything.
I think it gets easier
Yeah.
every year. It gets easier to stay connected. Whether it means that
It's so exciting.
people, like they're building more towers, or they're coming out with newer products that allows it to be, more feasible financially
Yeah.
for you to.
It's making it.
I love it all.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the technology. In a few years we'll have that satellite internet. I love that I can type in coffee shop on Google and it knows where I am and it can tell me the closest coffee shop. Even some people are creeped out about that stuff, but I just feel like technology is just blooming
Yeah.
and it's making my life so easy right now.
Yes.
That's true.
I'm sure there comes a point where it all bites us in the butt, but for now I'll enjoy it.
Vic says Kyle likes Durango, Colorado.
Vic knows.
He knows
That's where we
you.
want to get a home base.
Okay, Durango. We gotta go check it out. Jurgen's Journey said, I want to see those states too. X Marks the Spot said, yep, had to restart the Xbox. It was all you.
Oh.
Sorry, guys. Rosebud Travels, hi. Thanks for joining.
Hey.
We've been interviewing Kyle here, Kyle Brady from Drivin and Vibin. X Marks the Spot had you on the phone though, so they never dropped out. Nomadic Ramblers, the redo was well worth it. We loved it. I'm so glad you guys were able to get that redo
Such a good
done.
job.
I hope someday we can see your rig and see what
Yes.
you did. But Blue Wave Odyssey, how do you get RV registration with no
Permanent address.
permanent address? Well, you kind of have to have a permanent address, right? So don't you
Yeah.
have like one of the
Like a mail forwarding.
mail forwarding?
We do it like the freaking mooch way, where we use family. Like we're using my mom's
Yes.
address. I feel like, oh God, I got mail going to my mom's house still.
Yeah.
No, we
But
we've experienced that.
Yep.
We've done that, so it's worth
It's-
it if your family's
think
okay
so,
with
too.
it.
I know my mom. I think she enjoys it because it makes me come over to her house or get on the phone with her more often. You
Yeah.
know?
Right.
Yeah.
She sends me pictures of the packages the day they arrive.
It's your own personal mail forwarding service. I love it. But yeah, usually a mail forwarding is all you need. You can pay for that and use that as your home address. And what's the main one? Escapees is the main one out
Escapees
of
is a big
Livingston.
one. We actually did ours a little bit different.
Mm-hmm.
We picked a
An
address
RV.
in Athens, Texas, which is tied in with Two Beards and a Babe, Texan RV Park in Athens.
Mm-hmm.
And so we're renting a spot from them monthly, and that allows us to qualify for certain tax benefits of the
For my
travel
job,
nursing that we
yeah.
do.
Yep. So we had to have an actual place that we were renting, so that we wouldn't have to pay Uncle Sam. You either pay a landlord or you pay Uncle Sam. So
Yeah.
so we're getting those stipends, the housing stipends, tax free.
Yep.
But we have that extra cost. So it kind of limits us still. I still have to work a full-time job. I love how you and Olivia can you minimize down to such a small expense and just can go anywhere. So
Yeah.
Yeah, but we're still waiting for them big bucks to roll in, you know? It's like we love what we do, but it is busting our rear end
It's
every
hard.
day to run our own business.
Yeah.
And I get so much joy and thrill from it,
yeah,
but it definitely is a lot of work.
it is.
Yeah.
And I mean, this is what, 4 years on the road. Is that about how long you've been running this home business? Since the beginning?
And you know, in the beginning we sold the vintage maps and the stuff on Etsy, and so it kind of transformed into the social media now.
So I mean,
And
they
like
say
YouTube was a big part of it.
they say with
What's that?
They say with startup businesses, it usually takes a good 5 years for it to be well established and actually start making money.
Yeah.
So I mean, you're almost there.
And the
You're
thing
almost
we
there.
learned- yeah, we realized that we were so YouTube focused in the beginning, and that helped us a little bit. But we realized that working with companies is a big part of it,
Yeah.
and also there's money to be made on the blog if
Yeah.
you do it the right way.
Right.
And there's just gotta look all over the place to see where the opportunities are, and
Yeah.
not get distracted by the YouTube numbers always. You know.
Yep. It can get depressing to just track the numbers like every day. Like, oh, I lost a subscriber. Oh, I gained 2 subscribers. Oh,
Yeah, I know.
No more. I told him you need to stay off of that. Stop looking.
it's hard when you're a techie.
I've been working so hard on the blog lately. Like that's
Good.
where my
we've been
key.
seeing a lot of.
So
you know,
I've taken courses on how to make it, work better.
Oh.
But with that, in that state of mind where I'm looking every day, someone visited it. We had another visit, another 20 visits in an hour.
yeah.
That's
I need to break away from that. It's fun, but it's also exhausting.
yeah. Live and Light RV says, we are so behind on watching YouTube due to the lack of Wi-Fi in Canada's national parks. We need better data.
Yeah.
I agree with you, but at least you're seeing Canada's national parks at this awesome time of year.
Yep.
But let's see.
So I got to run here in just a little
Yeah.
bit. Olivia texted me
She's
a minute
like,
ago.
I want you home.
hate to cut it short.
I want you
though.
home.
So
Are you still?
yeah.
Go ahead. Sorry.
That's all right. Before we go, we'll let you go. Where can people find you? Those that may not be already following you guys.
Yeah, what can they find you on
Yeah.
social media?
Driving and Vibin on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook.
Yeah.
But make sure you go visit our blog and read our articles.
Okay.
And that's
But,
Drivin and Vibin.
Because I'm watching those numbers. Yeah. The blog is actually drivinvibin.com, no and.
Okay.
You can type the and it will still take you to the
Okay.
website, but the main website,
Drivin' Vibin.
drivinvibin.com.
Got it.
All right, everybody go and check out his blog. Don't hold him in suspense.
Yes.
He needs to see people visiting and chatting
I know.
and talking about his
I
content.
appreciate y'all doing this today. It's been a blast.
Thank
I
you.
love doing these interviews. I thank you guys so much for coming and meeting in person earlier this year too. That was
you're
a
welcome.
great time.
And we
I
will
love-
get
it's-
a
that's-
chance to meet Olivia and baby Nora at some point.
yes.
And
Yes.
baby Nora will probably be a toddler Nora by the time. But
Hey,
go take care of your baby and your wife, okay?
Yeah.
Take her some chocolate.
well, I will. I need to get. I'm at Dollar General, like I said, so I probably got to run inside and grab something real quick.
Well, we will continue on here. We're going to get through everybody's comments.
Yeah.
Bye, Kyle. Have a great night.
So, a quick,
Yeah.
since this is my first time doing
Sure.
it, how do I sign off? Do you think just to close the app or something?
You should be able to tap on the screen, and there should be like a call button, like a red call button.
Perfect. I see it. Yeah.
All right.
All right. I still learn new things every
That's
day.
okay.
All right.
Have a great night.
Have a good evening.
All right. Yeah. See y'all later.
Bye, Kyle. Oh my gosh, you guys, we have not been able to get through all your comments, but I love having chats with Kyle, and
Yeah.
I can't wait to meet Olivia because they have that great vibe. I'm gonna say it. You have a great vibe.
And hopefully, honestly, next time we actually see them, we'll actually be able to do a live interview with them.
Yeah, that would be
or
great.
record a chat with them.
Yeah, it would be awesome. But let's see, you guys. You just, I am loving this. I'm having so much trouble following your comments because there's so much going on there. But let's see here. How much will your mom charge to be our mail forwarding system? LOL. Ah, that's great. That would be a great way to be like do business. Start your own mail forwarding and just for a few friends here and there.
I know we were like for us because we paid rent to her parents for a while. We actually paid. They used the money from the rent.
Yeah.
And used that for forwarding mail to us.
And I think, she was just basically covering the cost of packages to send it to us.
Yeah.
So I don't know. We probably didn't spend more than $50 or $50 a month. But she was sending everything, including the junk mail. She just shoved it all in a box. No, Mom. You don't have to send every single magazine. We got to get rid of some of these subscriptions so they don't keep coming to us. Let's see. Samnim?
In an RV.
I'm screwing it
Sorry,
up. What is it?
butchering
We're
the
screwing
name.
it up. Hi, Kyle. Are you still going to be performing live when you and Olivia are on the road? Awesome to see your live feed. P.S. I'm spending 3 weeks in Yosemite Valley right now. Peace, Ian.
Awesome.
I'm sorry, Ian, that he's off already. But
we were almost to your question.
We were almost to your question.
You could probably go to one of their videos and comment that,
and
they'll
I'm sure
probably
he'll respond
get back
right
to you.
away. Jurgen's Journeys, thumbs up. Guys, everybody give them a like. Yes. Go and give Kyle a like. Like this video as well. Yeah. And then if you haven't checked out some of these people who are commenting, a lot of them have channels. So go and check out. You can check out while you're watching this.
Off your phone, you can just tap on the different comments, and you can actually pulls up a little menu saying go to channel. So I noticed a couple of you guys were doing that, and that's awesome. That's one of the reasons we do. Yes, we love that about these live streams. It's not so that we can just chatter for an hour and a half, but we love to be able to
connect to other like minds. I love it.
Other people that want to travel and like to travel. So
someday we'll all get together for a big fiesta or something like that.
Yeah. X marks the spot says book club not too successful ? I don't know.
That's us trying to figure out what that's for.
That might be Drivin and Vibin might have had something they were going, like some kind of a book club thing.
I vaguely remember something like that. So Gifford's on the go. Suzanne says, same thing to me. The numbers are exhausting.
Yeah.
LOL.
Especially when you're just starting out. It's hard because you want to see the numbers grow, and you want to be like, my next video is going to be like, boo. It's big.
Oh, yeah. We've had several videos where we thought, okay, this is it. This is going to be, it's going to go crazy. This is going to be our Bessie video is what we call it.
And it did really well according to our averages. But
it made our averages look like, it is getting better, but it wasn't.
I mean, kind of like what Kyle said earlier, a lot of it almost seems like everything's kind of judged on like a bell curve. And if you have a lot of stuff that's just low numbers and then you took it seriously, then it builds up, it's still going to be lower for some reason. And I don't know if that's true or not, or if it's just conspiracy theory, but
we haven't had our viral video, just like Kyle said, they haven't had a viral video.
But I think if you go into a YouTube channel with a purpose and you know your why and you know just kind of what you want to do with it before you even start,
the content you plan to
you have a higher chance kind of really of just shooting up.
And we didn't really know exactly at the beginning what we wanted to do with the channel, so
yeah.
But let's see. Love you guys. Say hi to your sweet girls for us. Yes. I'm sure he is gonna go and do that.
Yes.
Blue Wave saying bye. Teachers on Adventure saying thanks, Kyle. Travel safe. Bye, Blue Wave. Let's see. The Nomadic Rambler said, don't look at the numbers. They will come. Just enjoy. And that is what I've been doing because it used to bug me too. The numbers not
we still kind of do it, everyone. We like to do shout outs at the end of a week or beginning of the next week, technically. And we'll do that at the end of this video as well. But
Everybody's saying, thanks, Kyle. Bye, Kyle. Great chat, y'all.
we had an absolute blast.
Oh, my gosh.
And if you know anybody that loves Driving and Vibing and wants to hear this interview, share the video with them.
Yeah, please.
Help them kind of understand their story a little bit better.
We've had a few people sharing our videos here and there. And that is another way, you guys, to help build other people's content and their watch time and gaining subscribers is if you really enjoy their video, then get it out there. Put it on your on your Facebook page.
Or share it directly with someone.
Share it directly with somebody that you think might enjoy it. And that can help a lot. So even like back Grassroots Living said that they're planning to link a video from Drivin and Vibin that they got good information from.
Yep.
They're gonna put it in their video, and that's the way you build a community.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm gonna get out of that. How long have we been on, Garrett?
Almost an hour and a half.
Oh my goodness, you guys, that was such a great interview.
Kyle was on for almost an hour and 20 minutes.
I think that's by far our longest interview. I think at this point.
I
think so.
We might have done one at 1 hour and 40, but I think it was.
I don't think so. I don't know. You guys, we had so much fun tonight.
Yes.
Stay tuned this week. You want to give a quick update of what's going to happen this week?
We are. This week we are doing a video reviewing 3,000 trails that we visited in eastern Texas. So you can hear us butcher names of the different lakes that we visited.
We didn't butcher them. Only one of them. We had to learn the name. So we sat down and we talked about those today, and Garrett's going to get into a video, kind of a good review of these 3,000 trails in eastern Texas.
Yeah.
So if you're a 1,000 Trails member and you're interested, Rosebud's Travels, are you guys trying to make money on this channel? Well, at this point, that's not feasible because we're not monetized.
We're a couple hundred away from being 1,000.
1,000 subscribers,
1,000 subscribers,
and a certain amount of view time is the requirements for being monetized.
We're meeting one of two requirements right now. Our goal is not necessarily to get complete support off of YouTube. We have been working on like collaborations with other channels. It is a little more difficult to try and coordinate. We've tried to coordinate a couple, and we've actually done two collabs, and we've worked with like full-time families and done a couple collabs with them.
Those have been fun.
Those have been fun.
I think really our channel is just a way to be engaged with our kids, with what we're doing in each of the areas, something that they can look back on, and really to build a community with you guys. I mean, we've met so many cool people, and we want to meet so many more of you, just from this little bit of communication that we've had. And really, we've been told right off. I mean, seriously, only a few people have been able to make YouTube their only financial way of, I think we will always be a travel nurse family. I will always have to bring in some sort of income, unless we can start with other means, not just YouTube. We do have some really great plans in the future, but with me working full-time and raising 3 kids, it's been really hard for us to get going on some sort of business plan.
We have a couple ideas that we're trying to hash out.
Yeah. I
think as our channel grows to the point where we're actually making some money, we'll be able to offset some of the costs.
Right. And we put a lot of money into equipment, and there's some equipment that we kind of still want to get to improve the channel for you guys. And so I think kind of like the Road to Your Own, Russ and Carrie, they are getting some small monies from
and
their
they're
YouTube
putting
channel,
it
and
directly
putting it
back into the channel.
Their channel.
So we'll probably do something very similar to that. And then, once we get certain things, we're probably, they have like Amazon stores and a whole bunch of other things that you could do to make money. But we've been getting some tips about don't do certain things too early, because if it doesn't work for a year, they automatically shut it down and you have to reapply and things like that. So, we're slow. We have other income, not YouTube, so we're not like needing to make money off of this.
Right. The important thing is enjoy your channel. Put as much time or as little time into it as you want to do. And then if you are needing finances for whatever you're doing, diversify.
Yep.
really is what it is. Whether it's merch or whether it's some sort of service, so like
sponsored videos.
We were talking about
like
the pull-ins from Pullin' on the Road. They install solar panels now, and there's who else do we know that are starting to do little businesses that are specific to RV travelers.
Yes.
And offering a service that many of us need because we don't have the expertise to do it.
Yeah.
So I mean, I don't know how to install a solar panel.
Yeah,
so,
exactly.
That's our take on our YouTube channel. We're just doing it to enjoy at this point, and we
learning,
do have goals,
and we want to share with what we're learning.
Yes.
With other people, so.
That's true. Let's see.
So a bunch of people are heading out, going.
Yes, it's getting late. It is so getting late. So good night to all of you, and thank you for joining our channel. Remember to live life intentionally.
Yep.
X marks the spot says, I want to quit nursing career and go work camping. Well, do it then.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys have been nurses for so many years. If it's time to retire from nursing, then do it. Go enjoy your semi-retirement and
talk to Grassroots Living, who's currently on the channel as well.
That's how they fund
and find out
they do.
with them how they go and get their nurse
their
work camping jobs.
Yeah.
And we've kind of
it.
contemplated it as well. Like
he could get the work camping job, and I could have a month or two off.
Maybe even do an Amazon.
Yeah. So we'll see.
Or something.
We'll see what happens in the future.
Kids in bed finally can stop by and say hi.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Yes, I hurry my kids to bed as quickly as I can for this.
Well, you can probably just rewatch the live stream from the beginning once we're done here.
You will want to. It was an awesome interview with Kyle Brady. So
yeah.
Grassroots Living says, I wouldn't have a clue to do a collaboration, but we'd be in to figure it out if anyone else is on board. Any takers? We're currently in Arizona. I love it.
What's cool is, I mean, how technology really works.
You don't have to be in the same location.
You can use Google Drive. You can use, on internet drives to be able to say, upload a video to somebody else, and then they can put that in their video. That's how we've done most of our collabs.
Yeah.
Because we haven't been right there with that other person.
Yeah. Maybe you and Garrett can talk and discuss some ideas, and just to help you guys out and trying a collab for the first time. We always love collabs because I think when you get other YouTubers into your channel and they get you into theirs, that's when you start seeing a little bit more growth, a little bit more interest in your channel, because you're branching out and bringing in new content that your viewers aren't used to. So. What else?
Let's see.
Garrett's chuckling.
Good night. Rosebud Travel said, I'm not putting much money into the channel. I'm doing it for the fun. And that's, really and truly, a lot of really successful channels started that way. And they all started out with a cell phone, and they put videos together on their cell phone.
So true.
So,
but take Kyle's advice.
Yeah.
Do 10-minute videos from the beginning.
Yeah, exactly. And even if it's just sitting there talking about a topic for 10 minutes, that's going to do much better than a video that's like super fast paced and like 2 minutes long.
We're thinking, Garrett and Kyle and I, we're thinking that might be why our channels have grown so slowly.
Yes.
Is because we started with
short videos.
And so somehow we're being dinged by that all powerful YouTube algorithm.
Yeah.
But
Teacher John Adventures asked, I know nothing about collaboration.
Nothing at all? You're a teacher. Don't you collab with other teachers all the time?
Really and truly, it's coming up with a topic that you want to share, and finding somebody, 1, 2, 3 other people who say, hey, I can help with that topic.
And getting their take on that topic.
Exactly.
So you have your take, they have their take, you put it together, you mash it up, you make an awesome video. So we've done that with Live and Light RV. It's a lot of fun.
Yes.
We were trying to do it with some of our nursing friends about nursing topics.
It was rough.
We're all busy, full-time parents, full-time nurses, and it's hard to get it all figured out. So we'll keep working on it. Let's see. Collaboration is just getting together with other folks to make things happen. That is so right. Yep. You're so right. I love it. Missouri Travelers. Hello, Missouri Travelers.
Welcome.
You're joining towards the end. Hopefully you watched some of our our interview with Kyle Brady. But if you didn't, rewatch this when it comes out.
Yeah.
My son told me to do collab. Yes, do it. I mean, if you can,
it's
if you
worth
can
it.
find other people to do it with.
Yeah.
And we're always game. So.
And I mean, if you're full-time RVing and you're in an RV park, it's, make friends with people around you.
Yeah.
And find out, if anybody, even if they don't have a channel, they might have some ideas.
Yeah.
I know that a lot of collaboration between channels is what causes a lot of people to grow. But, being able to have other advice on things could also help.
Yeah, shoot us an email or message us. Our email is RV Diary of a Family, and
it's in the description as well.
We are up for any collabs you guys have ideas for. So
yeah,
we're here for you too. If you have more questions,
about
reach
out to us
channels.
on social media, Facebook, Instagram, email us.
It's really funny that we're at this place where you are asking us questions about how to build a channel.
Yeah,
we still feel like real newbies, and but we've been doing it for 2 years, almost 2 years.
Yeah. Well, and with my other, I have another channel that does stage and theatrical lighting, but because it's not really travel related, family related,
we don't push it on.
We don't push it on this channel.
If you're interested in it,
GS Lighting Solution, GS Lighting Solutions. And you can see some of the work that I do in my own little business that I haven't really been doing a whole lot with it lately because
we're traveling and it's hard to do on the road.
Stage lighting, theatrical lighting is very hands-on and very gear-oriented. So it's been hard to try and figure out how to do content when you're on the road and you don't have anything other than one little floodlight.
Yeah. I know Teachers on Adventures. I was just ribbing you. Teachers on Adventure says always, but not on YouTube. I get it. YouTube's a whole different animal than doing collaboration in a work environment or a teaching environment. So, Missouri Travelers, I got a fishing channel that wants to collaborate on my camping channel. Oh, that's a cool idea. I like that. Because, a lot of people go out camping.
And then go fishing.
They go camping to go fishing.
Yeah.
I love it. I would take them up on that offer. That is a collab that's perfect because you're taking one genre and crossing it with another genre.
Yeah.
Which would allow you to kind of trade and get new subscribers from a different group. So you have different groups on YouTube where these people watch this kind of video and these people watch that kind of video, and if you can do that collaboration where there's kind of a cross mix, you'll see your subscriber base increase. So very, very cool. Nomadic Ramblers meetups are great. Meetups are awesome.
We still haven't been able to meet up with you guys yet, but
yes,
a lot of people always seem to.
And that's the Childers, right?
The Childers, yeah.
Oh my gosh, you guys, I love.
Thank you so much for hanging out with us today.
I'm remembering them as having that cute little older blue trailer.
Is it a Phoenix Rambler? I forgot the name of the trailer that you had, but it was a 1970s trailer, old school.
Yeah,
it's pretty cool.
You guys, I've got to get on your. He watches a lot of YouTube videos, and I haven't been on, so I gotta look you guys up and see what you've put out there lately.
Yeah.
Anyway. Yeah. Well, it's been a long time. You guys need to get to sleep. We're gonna do our quick shout out here. It's not as wowing as it was a couple of weeks ago when we had 25 or something like that. But we had several of you join. We shouted you out earlier during our interview.
That's Anthony Van Beers, Mark In, and Vic Neshuba.
Yes, thank you guys so much for joining. We also want to shout out Carrie Branham, the Gimpy Camper. Check out that channel. Hera 911 and Rick G. And so my last count was 681, but I know we're beyond that now. We have about 315-ish more subscribers to go to hit our 1,000 subscriber goal. So you guys have an awesome evening. If you joined towards the end, you need to go back and watch. Kyle was amazing. Drivin and Vibin. Check out their channel. hit the subscribe button on their channel.
Yes, give them love.
Oh my gosh, so much good information if you are planning to go full time.
Yeah.
And definitely a lot of good information if you're planning to renovate an old Argosy Airstream.
He'll kick the reality in or out of you depending on what needs to happen.
So check out his blog as well, and it was driveandvibin.com.
I have linked all their social media in the description of this video, so you can go out and subscribe to any of their channels.
And I want to just give it a shout out to Kyle's beautiful wife, and we are looking forward to meeting you, Olivia.
Yeah.
I'm sorry you couldn't join us on this interview, but you needed to be there with baby Nora. We cannot wait to
I'll just do this
meet
real
you.
quick for you guys.
Oh my gosh, isn't she just absolutely adorable?
Yep.
She's so adorable.
There you go.
And there's River. River loves baby sister.
Yep.
It almost makes me want to have another one.
Almost. Except for our 3 kids bring us back down. We're like, oh wait, maybe.
Back down to reality.
Maybe not.
The Nomadic Ramblers.
It's a holiday
How many
ramble.
subscribers did you have before you did a meetup? And then it's a Holiday Rambler travel trailer, and it's teal. Yes,
teal.
it's like that blue teal.
Blue
color.
teal.
I made a dress that color once when I was like 14 or 15 or something like that.
Oh my.
Yeah. I was in 4-H and did sewing. I don't own a sewing machine anymore. That had to be downsized.
Rambler said
So-
they were about 1,000 subscribers.
You
when
had
we did
1,000 when you did your first meetup? How
We
many
had-
did we have? When our first official meetup was at Lake Texoma.
Yeah, it was like we
Just a
had
few
just
months
over
ago.
500 subscribers at that time.
Yeah,
About 3 months ago. So
And-
we've almost gained 200 subscribers in about 2 months.
Oh,
3
we're-
months.
I saw red for a second there. We are losing our internet connection, so we're gonna go. You guys,
Thank
it's
you
been
so much for
fun.
joining.
So much for joining. Yes, hit the like button, subscribe, and hit the bell as well, so you know when we're going live.
We have at least 2 videos a week.
Mm-hmm.
It might be changing soon, but so stay tuned for some exciting stuff coming up.
Exciting. All right. So Wednesday, check out our newest video coming out here on Wednesday.
Yep.
And as always,
Live
live
life
life intentionally.
Bye.